friends, it's Quenby, the Grateful Queen, here on YouTube, and it's Friday. So every Friday, I come on live on YouTube and do a show called Live at 5. It's an opportunity for resellers to get together and talk and share about our businesses, what's happening in our businesses as resellers, what's happening in our life. We tend to get a little lifey around here sometimes, so I'd love to have you join us. I'll have a live chat going on. I see some friends starting to come in. Thank you so much for being here, friends. And I leave the chat up. So if you happen to be watching the replay, you can take a look at the chat later and see what it is we were talking about. It's usually pretty fun. So let's see. It is May 22nd, Friday. There seems to be a lot happening that I'm interested in talking to you about, especially on the Posh app. It seems like there's a lot of new things happening on the Posh app, so hopefully we can talk about that. I'd love to hear from each of you about how you're doing on this Friday. What is happening for you in your life, in your reselling business? What is it you're focusing on? Some of you, hey friends, some of you I haven't talked to since last week, so I'd love to hear what it is you're doing in your business. What is it you're focusing on? What are you noticing about things? We are just going on and on with this sheltering in place, and I feel like I'm one of the only people who hasn't made it to the thrift store yet. If you could check in and let me know, have you decided to go thrifting yet? What are you basing your decision on? I am coming to you from Northern California. I live an hour north of San Francisco, and there's very little open here. What's open where you guys are? Is it even an option to go out yet? The only store that I know is open is a local, very small chain of thrift stores, but there are no like Goodwills or Salvation Armies open yet. But when I'm popping on YouTube, I've just noticed more videos popping up and pictures also on Instagram, you guys, that are saying like, oh, my first time back at the thrift store. So I'd love to hear if that's something you're considering, where you're at, how you're making that decision. Yeah, I'd love to hear from you. If you happen to be new, hi and welcome. I'm Quenby. I'm a part-time reseller. I sell on Poshmark and eBay. I've been doing it for 8 years, and it's a side hustle business that I love, and this channel is all about my journey of reselling, and we would love to have you as part of our community in the channel. So make sure you're subscribed. Let's say hi to some of my friends that have joined me in the chat. Betsy Lewis is here. Hey, Betsy. I saw some of you. Did any of you get a chance to watch last night? I was on Leslie's channel. She's a reseller's passion, and I was on there with Renee, who doesn't have a real presence on YouTube, but she's got a great presence on Instagram. Some of you probably know her over there. And we had such a fun talk, and Betsy Lewis was there. Betsy Lewis is someone that I think when I first started out on Instagram and YouTube, we became reseller friends on there, and she does vintage. Like, I just love her vintage stuff. Sarah Coleman's here. Hey, Sarah. And James is here from the Antique Boutique. What's going on with you, James? If you guys get a chance and you're watching my videos, especially the most recent ones, James from the Antique Boutique has left some really thoughtful comments. And the comments is a great resource for all of us. A video I put up recently about Thredup had a lot of comments. A video I put out recently about things that I've stopped doing. Did any of you get a chance to watch that? God, that was such a good video to make for me. It was so fun. Like, these are the things I'm no longer doing. I've learned so much from all of you. Remind me, I want to check in with you about some more changes I've made because of the feedback I've gotten from you, my friends, in the comments. And James put some really thoughtful comments up there, so definitely check those out. Lori Richardson's here. Hey, friends. Happy Friday. Seattle Gal Style over on Instagram. We've been having some good chats over there. It is Friday, but you know what? I am still in the mode of, I don't know what day it is, and it really doesn't make much of a difference what day it is. My job has changed so much, you guys. It's not like I'm working, like I'll work tomorrow and it's Saturday. It doesn't really matter to me. Where are you guys at with that? Angela Winning is here. Hey, girl, it's good to see you again. And Melissa from Bandy's Closet. Melissa, what's going on with your most recent Thredup box? So Melissa and I were talking about Thredup stuff, and we've, during stay-at-home, been ordering Thredup rescue boxes, as most of you know. And I ordered one, I want to say, I know it's been 3 weeks and it still says processing, hasn't even shipped yet. And I totally get it. I understand they're going to be behind. It's just the other ones that also took a long time. It was like 2 weeks and then they shipped. This is 3 weeks, hasn't even shipped yet. That's okay. I have plenty of stuff, but I love waiting for a mystery box to arrive. Jacob Fufu is here. Happy Friday to you, Jacob. Always great to see you. And we've got Bill from Girly Girl Hubs. How's it going over there, Bill? How's it going with the reselling, resellers helping resellers project? How's it going with the masks? I saw on Instagram you guys had some really cool new fabric. So you're making like some limited edition masks. I have a mask and I really don't like it. Like I don't know what they made it out of, but it feels scratchy. Do you think they use the wrong fabric or is that just the way they are? I mean, yeah, the mask thing is hard for me. Hey, Daniela from IBM Blush is here. So good to see you. She and I are trying to get a video going together. Hopefully a live video. Been dying to talk to her. What's this, Bill? Focused on buying a house. Made an offer about 30 minutes ago. What? Tell me everything. Tell us. That's a big deal. I've bought and sold a house now. And I've been looking. I'm in Northern California, though. And I've mentioned this before on the show. It's like houses here are so expensive. It is just crazy. So what I do now, like for relief and fun, is I'll go on realtor.com and I'll look in places like where I'm from in the like Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Maine area. You can get a 4-bedroom house with an acre of land for $300,000, $400,000. Where I am in Northern California, you cannot buy an apartment or a condo for that. That is super exciting. We all have to put out a little bit of like, for Bill and Tori, like some good vibes for getting that offer accepted. Is it competitive there, Bill? 33 people watching. Make sure you're subscribed and you've hit that thumbs up. I think it helps in some way on YouTube to do that. Betsy says, nowhere to thrift here, still closed. Remind me where you are. I know we've talked about it, but I can't remember right now. Bill says, Goodwills are opening here tomorrow. The actual Goodwill store. Wow. I haven't heard anything about that where I am. Are you going to go? Are you going to go? And what does that include the bins, Bill? Lori Owens is here. Hi, everyone. Happy Memorial Day weekend. I'm relisting. How are you doing that, Lori? Are you using one of these cross-listing services apps or are you doing it manually? I am so pumped on cross-listing right now and relisting. It is absolutely changing the game for me. I'll have a video coming out, I think, next week about my experience. Other people have videos. Other people are talking about it. I am not joking you. It is like a miracle. It is like all my old crap is selling. I think that's what I'm going to call the video. All my old crap is selling. It's like I have had items on eBay and Posh for a year or more, sitting there, no action. I delete them, I relist them, and they're selling. I could show you like 10 or 15 items just this week that I've relisted that's happening to. I'm not even kidding. Oh, it's Memorial Day weekend. So does that mean some of you like still really working in that traditional way during stay at home? And that means you don't have work on Monday, but otherwise you would? Like that doesn't apply to me as a self-employed person or as or during this time. I'm working whenever I can because I've got an 8-year-old home. Do any of you guys have kids or somebody you're taking care of or something? It's like, you know, the regular schedule and rules do not apply. Happy Friday, says James. Oh, cool. I'm so glad you made it. New to you, Steals and Specialties. Hi, everyone. Happy Friday. I'm looking at your picture there. How do you, oh, no, that's your, that's like your business logo with the flowers. New to you, Steals and Specialties. I love that. Let's see. Babette's Bowles here. Hey, Babette. Using copy list, Poshmark, new feature. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about Posh. Let me know in the chat, do you sell on Posh? What's your Poshmark closet? What do you know about the new features? What do you think? What's your experience so far? I know Leslie put a video and so did Tori about this new feature. I haven't even tried it yet. What do you guys have to say about it? Walk Runners here. We're still closed here in New York City. Yeah, is it true? I think that New York City is one of the hardest hit places. So yeah, it might be a while. It might be a while. Yay, Laura's here. I'm so pumped about the house, Bill. I bet you know all about it. You guys are good friends. Yay, Roxy's here. Hey, Roxy, do you have Monday off for Memorial Day from school and work and whatever else, internship, whatever you're doing? You love the feature. Okay, I want to hear about it. Yay! Lisette's here. Lisette has a birthday coming up, and she's going to be on Leslie's channel, A Reseller's Passion. When is that? She mentioned it in the show last night when I was on her channel. Let us know when you're going to be on there. I'm so excited to see you on there. Let's see. As usual, the chat is moving fast, and I don't want to miss anyone. I feel a little tired today, believe it or not. Oh my gosh, I missed so much already, you guys. Hi, Christy. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I appreciate you joining me on a Friday evening. Still closed in Philly, says Christy. Christy, do you sell on Poshmark? Laura says, oh, Quimby, you don't even want to know what our square footage is and what we paid for our house, $420. I know. I don't exactly know what to do about it. I am from New England originally. I've been out here, though, in California for almost 20 years. 20 years. I came in 2000. I go back and forth. I still visit family in New England. I just can't imagine living there in the winters. Like, the winters in the Boston area are so harsh. I love the climate and the weather here, but it's prohibitive to buy property. So I do spend a lot of time looking like online, like, could I go there? Because there are some places I could afford to just buy a house, no problem. Even if I could afford it here, but I don't want to pay $700,000 for a 2-bedroom, 1-bath house that needs to be remodeled with no yard. It's like, sorry, don't blame me, but okay, let's see what Bill says. It's a Craftsman. That's the house I had, Bill. I had a 1923 Craftsman. I love those houses. Is it stucco? Awesome neighborhood, single owner, 4-bedroom, 1-bath, 3,600. That's a big house. Front and backyards. Did you guys post a picture on Instagram or something I want to see? I'm going to be sending prayers, good vibes your way for that. Everyone's saying congratulations to Bill and Tori about the house. My real estate agent used to always say this, because I'd be all like, I want this house. I'd already want the house. We made so many offers before we ended up with the house. And I'm so glad. But she always said, Quimby, this house or better. This house or better. Because when I was bidding, it was so competitive. Denali's here. Hey, Denali has been putting out some awesome videos. Especially she put one out just a couple days ago on the reality of buying pallets. And Denali, I appreciated that video so much because I often think, oh, I should get a pallet. I'd love to get a pallet. All that inventory right to your house. But the reality of it is it's amazing and it's a lot of work. So I love that you showed us like the real deal. Use Redfin. It's better than other websites for real estate. I've never even heard of Redfin. So I'm going to check that out for sure. So glad to have you. Foxy Roxy says, same. I've ordered from Thredup 2 boxes, got the scarf one and made a video on it. Wait, did you put a YouTube video up? I'll definitely come check it out. Still waiting on the other box. So did you get the scarf box to resell, Roxy, or was it for yourself? I don't have a ton of experience selling scarves. Do you? Like, how much money can you get for a scarf? I guess it depends on the brand, the fabric, but hey, Karen's here from Red's Revival saying congratulations to Bill about the house stuff. Look, you're going to have this whole group of us, like 35 people, sending good energy your way about the house. Oh, Angela says, going on 4 weeks with my last one. 4 weeks since you ordered before it shipped. So that's even more of a wait time, you guys, than before. And I understand it. Super Geeked is here. God, this chat's going fast. I just want to say, if I missed your comment, please leave it again, or, put caps in or make it to get to everybody. And I sometimes miss and there's a delay in case you didn't know. Super Geeked. Hey, girl. Super Geeked has a really fun channel. I like her YouTube channel a lot in her videos. And She was one of the people that got one of those Poshmark Goodwill San Francisco collab boxes, and she was one of the first people to put a video out. So definitely go check that video out. Didn't that seem to all blow over pretty fast, you guys? Like, for like a few days, there was all this hype, everybody trying to get the $11 San Francisco Goodwill box, mystery box, and then it kind of went pretty badly where everyone was like, these boxes were not good, and then it was just gone. Crickets. I haven't heard anything about it. Melissa from Vandy's Closet says, they're really busy. I have 19 boxes waiting to process as well. Do you mean 19 boxes that you have sent into them, or are you saying that you bought 19 rescue boxes? Are you saying that? Barbara Babosh is here. I am so excited to see you guys. Does it feel like, maybe it's just me, I feel like it's been so long. Like, I wait for Fridays to get to talk with you, and then I just get so excited, and I'm so thankful and grateful that you're here with me on this Friday night. I look forward to it so much. Torvald will not be here. I hate to disappoint his fans. He's with his dad. I got to figure something out because he really likes doing it, and people really like seeing him at 5:20, but he's not going to be here today. Maybe I can make Peter come in at 5:20 and do something cute for us. We'll see. Barbara Babosh says, made it. I was trying to find a pair of shoes I sold. No clue where it is. Oh my God. If you put in the chat to Barbara, if you've had that happen, where you're trying to find an item, what's your inventory system, Barbara? Like, how do you go about finding items? Speaking of that, is my mom, did anyone see my mom, Barbara Kemmler, here? Grateful Babette. Oh, James says, does everyone look forward to Friday with Quemby? I do. Oh, you're so sweet. What a good reselling friend. I thought it was Thursday until 6 minutes ago. That happens to me. That happens to me all the time, where I'll start leaving somebody. I do these things called Marco Polo. Have you guys used that app? I love it. It's like where instead of sending someone a text message, you can send them a video message. So you just record. And I'll always start out like, hey, it's Wednesday. No, it's Tuesday. I don't know what day it is. Like, I don't know what day it is. Oh, Restyle Secrets is here. So happy to see you. And Tracy Quarterly. Hello from Massachusetts. Where are you? I'm from Massachusetts. I grew up 45 minutes north of Boston in a cute little town. I'm actually going the wrong way in the comments. I'm going up because I realize I missed so much. So, sorry. I grew up in a very cute old New England port town on the water called Newburyport. Really beautiful area. Betsy says, you're so sweet, Quemby. Thank you. I wish we lived closer. Only a continent away. I know. I want all your stuff. Paula B is here. Not taking the chance. Okay. Not taking the chance on thrifting. Has anyone done it? Deb is here. Make sure to take Mass to Goodwill. Won't let you in here in Missouri without one. They hardly had any inventory out on the floor. Well, somebody who's been, will you let me know? Because I have this idea that it's going to be like crazy awesome thrifting because everybody cleaned out their houses, spring cleaning, and it's all going to be there. But then I had the thought, maybe it's not there yet. Like, can they even take in donations? Have they even processed it yet? Restyle Mass required and capacity limit. Worked out to less than one person per bin. One person per bin? If your bins are like mine, they're like these super long blue tables. What? How did they do that? What did they do, like a line? I'm scrolling way down to see how far behind I am in the comments, and then maybe I'll go back up. Please hit the thumbs up, says Lisette. Thank you so much for that. Oh my gosh, I'm wicked behind. Sorry, you guys. That's okay. Tori's here. Hey, Lara. Hey, Lisette. She's saying hey to her friends. Tori, what you thinking about the house? What kind of message should we put out into the universe for you? Like, the offer is accepted? What? How can we do it for you? The Flippin' Hustler is here. Hello, fellow resellers new to your channel. Thank you so much for coming by. Tell us a little bit about you. Where do you sell? Obviously, you're selling something. The Flippin' Hustler. Are you on Posh, eBay, Amazon? What's your deal? Michelle, yay, I made it. I'm so glad you made it. Thank you for being here. Denise Douglas is here. I'm still selling off my huge money pile. Once it's all listed, then my prize is to go thrifting. By that time, the new hood should be processed. That is really good thinking, Denise. And I love that you called it your money pile. In case you don't know, forever in the reselling community, if you didn't have stuff listed, people called it your death pile. Like, just sitting there, not making any money. You don't want to deal with it. It's your death pile. But I've heard it called so many great things, like your money pile, your smile pile. Jacob had one a while back that was really good. Barbara Babash says, I bought 19 pairs of shoes, 3 purse, and a vase for $110 from our regular Goodwill. What kind of shoes did you get? What kind of purses? Shoes sell really well. I don't often sell them. I am not a good businesswoman in that way. I heard my Goodwill is moving 5 minutes for me, 79-cent Sundays. Oh, yes, that is definitely something to celebrate. Do you guys have that? Do you guys have things like 99-cent day or 79-cent day? Why is it? Does anybody know that my Goodwill in the entire city does not do any sales? 2019, 0 sales. No color of the week or the day, no 99-cent clearance, 0. 0 sales of any kind. I mean, it must be, I don't know how that organization works. It's obviously not the same across the entire organization. It must be by region or county, maybe. Do you think it's by county? James says, I've been to Goodwill and the bins, and they are so behind processing everything that it's problematic. Mediocre at best. Oh, good. Thank you. That's what I need to hear. Like, because I feel a little bit like I'm on the fence. I'm on the edge, maybe, where it's like I want to go. I'm building up to going, but I'm not quite ready yet. And to be honest with you guys, I've been talking about this a lot on any platform that someone will listen to me. I have so much stuff to list right now because when all this went down with stay at home, I was like, oh my God, how am I going to get inventory? I ordered from Thredup. I ordered mystery boxes. I ordered from Shop Goodwill. I put out an ad on Nextdoor app, Good Neighbor, whatever it's called. I got a bunch of free stuff. So I have some stuff. But then what I started focusing on, and I've been doing this for a few weeks now, is cross-posting. So that was taking my time. And now I'm deleting old stale listings and relisting them. I haven't needed to list anything new. I'm still having sales every day. How are your sales? My sales on eBay and Posh have been, for me as a part-time small business without staff, it's been awesome. Like, my sales have been awesome. How have yours been? My sales have been great, and all I've done for weeks is relist old inventory, delete and relist the same item, and it's all selling. It's like, so I haven't needed to do a lot of sourcing. I could go, though, you guys. Oh, Peter says hi. That's my Petey. Look at that picture of him in the airplane. He flies with his friends, those little tiny airplanes. I'm not interested in that at all. I'm like, not interested, but look how gorgeous he is. It's really nice to have a boyfriend after being married for 15 years. But that's a whole other show, which we could do. Islet Dreams Reseller is here. We are the same with days. Like, totally feels like Saturday. Oh, you love this top. Let me show it to you. I'm sure I got it at the thrift store. This is Anthropology. I forget which Anthropology one it is. This is the shirt I had on. I'm sure Petey is about to point it out in the comments at any time. When I met Peter 2 years ago, I was wearing this top, so I thought I'd bring it back out for some reason. Restyle Secrets is talking to Barbara, and she says, if you store items together that are listed the same day, look near those items. Oh, for lost stuff? Oh, yeah. I've also hunted for something, but was actually picturing a different item. Well, yeah, I've had that happen. And my inventory system is not the best. I've talked about this before, you guys. But I still store things like in a really old school way where I store things. I'm always embarrassed when I talk about that, hence the nervous laughter. That's what that is. It's like, because I know it's not the best, and I should do better. but I have over 1,000 items between eBay and Posh, and I still store them in bins according to the item that they are. So small women's tops, extra small women's tops, large tops, extra large plus size tops. I mean, it's worked okay for me because I very rarely have lost an item. I can only think of one item that was ever truly lost, and I just found it. It was a sloth t-shirt that I sold on Poshmark. Someone added it to a bundle. It was a gray graphic t-shirt with a sloth hanging on it, and I couldn't find it. So I offered her this other gray Madewell t-shirt. So that was much more expensive, and she was happy with that. So that's how I saved that. It was like, can I offer you this one? I couldn't find it. And I found it filed with the men's items for some reason. It always turns up somewhere. That's why my strategy, if I can't find something, what's your strategy, guys? Mine is to go through every single bin. It's not good. Do most of you guys have like that awesome number letter system? Where it's like bin A and 1 through 100 in there. Oh, Tori likes my top too. And Tori is someone who has the best fashion sense, the best style. So when she says it's a good top, I know it is. I always just wear white. So I was like, oh, maybe I'll try this little color. This for me is color. Like this is me going bold with color. You guys, I hope I'm not going to be alone when I say this. I hope someone relates. Otherwise, I'm just putting myself out there on the tightrope. I made a mistake a few days ago of trying on a pair of jeans. I'm pausing for dramatic effect. Has anybody else tried on a pair of jeans? And what do you think happened? How do you think that went, guys? What do you think happened there? Fridays with Quemby are awesome. I look forward to you coming, Lisette, every week. I'm like, oh, you don't have to come if you had something else to do. I totally get it, but I look forward to seeing you. I look forward to seeing all of you. Quemby, does Peter have kids too? Ooh, we can take a little diversion from the reselling talk for a minute and get personal. Yes, Peter has a daughter named Nikki. She's a sweetie. She lives in LA. She's a photographer. And she's 25, going to be 26. Now, you know, Laura, my son, Torvald, is 8. So that's a big difference. And you know what? It probably actually helps us out. Walk Runner says, I think the Goodwill box offer was a test to see if it would work and to get feedback from the community. I never thought about that. What do you guys think about that? I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to think about that. Could have been. Totally could have been. I just haven't even thought about it. What would the test be to like see if we wanted it? Or I just don't think it went really well. Oh, good. Lori Owens is saying that happened to me just last week. All of us have probably, if you've been selling for a little while and you have more than a few items, everybody's lost something. I mean, you know, oh, Lindsay's Posh Loft is here. Hello, friend, she says. Good to see you. I really look forward to seeing you all and seeing my return friends. What else? Oh, we were talking about Posh. So there's the new Posh copy and paste feature, and sounds like people are liking that. The only thing that I have a little bit of an issue with that is that you have to remember to go back into Posh and delete the original one because you have to delete the copy, whatever it was. I saw the video. Tori put one out. She's in the chat. And you have to go back in and delete one of them. And I'm always afraid when there's like a step like that I'm going to forget and have like 2 of them and they could potentially sell. Whereas when I do it on Vendu, which is the cross-listing software that I love, I recommend it. I've got a 25% off. If anyone's interested in just trying it out, it's in my description section of this video. You don't have to go back there. It automatically deletes it. You don't have to go back into Posh and delete it. But maybe you guys have tried it out and it's not such a big deal. But that was my little hesitation with that, was like, oh, I don't want to have to do that. Oh, Daniela's saying this. When I asked about, like, is the new stuff that people are dropping off in the stores yet? She's saying thrift stores have to quarantine all received. So I'm assuming you mean all the donations coming in have to like be set aside for a little while. I looked at that one from James. Let's see. Yay, Corey made it. That is so funny. Corey and I are connected somehow. She's living in New York. She's amazing. her pictures blow me away. She's an artist for sure. Ooh, I had a blur moment. I was just thinking of you, and then I saw your comment. So that's perfect, because you said you might try and come. My jeans zip, but don't button. Thank you so much for saying that. I really appreciate it, because I was not feeling good about myself. I think I'm body positive, so don't worry. I'm super body positive. I love myself and all that. I love all bodies. But, oh, look at this from Denali. A super chat. We all love Fridays with Quenby. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I love Fridays with you. Back to the jeans thing. Yeah, it's not good. So I know I'm eating more, but I don't even know if I'm eating more. I'm eating a little differently. I did the whole keto low carb thing for the past couple of years, and I lost some weight for me. I lost a good amount of weight. I like that food system. I don't know if any of you guys are doing it or have done it. Just in case you don't know, that's when you eat very low carbs and also low protein and a lot of fat. For me, I love it because I love butter and cheese, and it's a system that works really well for me. But during stay at home, I think I'm turning a little bit more to comfort food. Like today for lunch, I had a tuna melt. Just so not low carb. I had it on really amazing, this whole grain seeded bread. I melted cheese on. We put tuna in. I'm letting myself eat things like that. And so I think I've put on some weight, but I'm exercising more than ever. Has anybody else noticed that? Is anybody else getting more exercise? And for me, that means walking and riding bikes with Torvald. That's my idea of working out. Now, I was really committed to a weekly or bi-weekly yoga class. And so I'm missing that because my gym is closed. And I was doing a Zumba class. So, I don't think it's as intense, but I'm doing a lot of exercise. Are you guys? Yay, Deborah made it. Hi, Quenby, I made it. I'm so glad. I would have been wondering, where is she? Lisette says, don't remind me. Lisette, I saw this picture of you, if I'm remembering correctly. I saw this picture of you on Instagram, bodybuilding. Am I right? Am I remembering that right? I swear I saw something of you on Instagram and you were lifting very heavy weights. It was amazing. So you were super strong. Walk Runner says I have and they still fit. You're doing something better than me for sure. It's I think because I've been in leggings every single day. I wear yoga leggings and a fitness top because I'm out riding bikes with Torvald. I take a walk every day. That's one of the things I've given myself during this time that I think whenever I think back to this crazy time, I'm going to remember that I gave myself the gift of every day I wake up and take a walk, and I take it by myself. So I've kind of claimed that time from Peter, from my son, where I wake up, I make my coffee, and I choose a YouTube inspiring talk. Have any of you guys found any really good inspiring talks? Or are there people that inspire you, whether it's business, lifestyle, spirituality, whatever it is for you? So every morning I put on a talk. Lately I've been watching Oprah Super Soul Sunday because she has had the most amazing people on. I listened to one with Brene Brown, who's one of my absolute favorites. I could listen to her stuff endlessly. I listened to Pema Chodron the other day with Oprah. And so I go out walking alone for half hour and I listen to my podcast, and it's really helping me in this time. Has anyone found anything like that? Restyle secrets. Gasp. Gasp. What were you thinking, jeans? After the great snack confinement, I can always look to you for a super funny comment. I love gasp written out. I'm going to totally use that. Gasp. I'll sometimes write out in an email to my sister, I've been eating bread and carbs. Sigh. I know. Well, here's what happened. The weather has gotten really nice here, you guys. I'm wicked. I'm really behind in the chat. I'm so sorry. Thank you for bearing with me. So the weather's gotten really nice. So I put on some jean shorts because I thought I'm outside so much I can get a little color on my legs, but they were jean shorts and they had stretch. And I know that last year they were kind of loose and it was like, it wasn't good. It was not good. Vandy says, I live in jeans. See, maybe that's the way to do it, Melissa. Like maybe it's like if I had kept jeans on the whole time, I would have noticed a little bit of, you know, if I decide to take it off, I'll take the weight off. I can take the weight off. I'll just start eating the way I was before again. But I'm kind of like, you know what? We're in the middle of a pandemic. It's okay that you put on 5 pounds. It kind of makes sense. Like, yes, you're going to be doing some comfort foods and enjoying them. Yeah, you might get a little chubby for a little bit. That's okay. You know, I don't know. Michelle says, nope, haven't tried jeans and not going to. I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it. Oh, look it. So the Flippin' Hustler must know Jacob. He says, hey, buddy, a familiar face. Jacob is awesome. He comes to a lot of my chats. Oh, Leslie is on here. Can I just have a Leslie moment? We always have a Leslie moment, don't we, of how much we all love Leslie. Thank you. She says, I look lovely. So last night, I was on Leslie's channel with Renee. I mentioned this earlier, but maybe some new people are coming on. We have 42 people. Hurrah! Thank you so much. Make sure you're subscribed. It was such a great talk. I went back and listened to the entire thing again today because when you're doing the live, I'm just in the moment talking to Leslie and Renee was on. Renee, a lot of you know as Fashion Thrifter 2018 on Instagram. She is such a beautiful woman, such crazy great energy. She's doing a giveaway right now with B&G. So if you go over there and just like her post and all that, she's doing a great giveaway. Check it out. But that show, that was a great show. One of the things I appreciate about Leslie, among many, is, you know, we have real talk. You know, we can talk about the business. We can talk about whatever. And then we always have this real talk. We share our own personal stories of struggle and growth. And it inspires other people, hopefully motivates other people. And we always have a great talk when I'm with Leslie. I appreciate her podcast, her YouTube. She's an inspiration to many of us. Who else can I gush about? I already did my Denali gush. Okay, where are we? Where are we? I've asked you guys so many questions. Ooh, let's see. This one seems important to with Corey. I'm having a bad, let me fix my bangs and then I can focus. There we go. My sales have almost come to a complete standstill, not giving up yet, pivoting my business. Okay, let's give a little bit of feedback on that. Like, what have you guys done? We have so many amazing resellers, so many experienced resellers in this chat. And Corey and I were talking about this today on Instagram, and she's like, my eBay sales are slow. And I'm like, oh, mine are not slow right now, but I've been there. We've all been there where it's like, what is going on? You know, give an amen in the chat if you've been there where other people around you are like, oh, sales are fire, package pick. And you're like, yeah, I'm not, my sales are kind of slow or dead or what's up? What have you done to get back on track? What has helped you? Have you been there before? Because that's important. That's one of the things we do here in this community. We share our experiences. We support each other. I know for me, I'm just going to get back to the basics on this one. I always come back to this. List. For me, the answer is always list. Like, what I do when my sales are slow and I don't know what's up, there's many things I do, but what I start doing is discipline listing every day. 5-10 items every single day without fail. Even if I have to build all the drafts and only release 5 or 10 a day, in my experience, listing is always key. It's always queen. I always come back to that. And then there's all these other strategies. Let's see what people have to say, but it's like, have a sale. You can do that on eBay. There's a million things to do. I want to get down to the bottom. And then I'll come back to all these comments that I've like probably missed. There's Jacob, my friend. I'm making my way down. Allison Cooper's jeans still fit. Man, lucky girl. Okay, let's see. Let's see what our community has to say because we have all been there. Ooh, and I've missed some other things. Let's see what Leslie has to say, because she's always got the truth. I've had many bad sale months. I totally pivoted. I try new things and new platforms. Be willing to change. Don't stay stagnant. What else is there to say? And it sounds like, Corey, what are you doing when you say I'm pivoting? What does that mean for you? I agree with Leslie. I totally agree. On eBay, I can do things like go in there and run a 50% off sale. And even if just even on some items, because I think what eBay does is go, oh, her store's got a sale. I'm putting her items at the top of search. Sales has been a good one for me. It's different on Posh. You can't quite do it that way. You can do sales, but you have to do it yourself. It's not built into the platform. So I've done that. The other thing I do is accept a couple lowball offers. I know that might not be a popular one, but I've always believed, tell me if any of you guys have experience with this or what you think, but I've always believed like you take a lowball offer, you take an offer, then you get another offer. If you make a sale, more sales come. If you accept an offer, even if it's a little low, it's like, okay, I'm going to take 1 or 2 low offers, and then I watch more sales and offers come in. Has anyone else had this experience? I've been on eBay 8, almost 9 years. This is just the way I think it works. Let's see what Jacob has to say. Bring my prices more ready to go and give less energy to the offer cycle. Oh, I just said the opposite thing, I think, but maybe not. Then photograph and list. I would just be listing. What do you mean prices ready to go? Like lower some prices? But the thing is, just to put it in perspective too, just to add another piece is everyone has a different business model. So let's just name that. But Corey sells high-end stuff. She's an amazing thrifter, and she's in New York City. She finds like real designer pieces. So when you sell higher item stuff, it tends to be more of a long tail item. Like you're not doing quick flip, you're waiting on things. So that's another thing, Corey. If you've got like some more like just regular items, maybe get some lower priced items in your store and get those things moving just to get things moving. Like you probably don't even have any mall brands, but if you did, like get some of that stuff going just to get sales going, and then maybe it'll bring more flow to your store and that'll come back. And I'm not just singling out Corey on this one. She brought it up, but many of us have been in this place, so we can all live and learn from each other. What does this say? Michelle says, send out offers to likers. Make 4 sales back to back today, sending offers to likers. Yeah, get busy with those offers to likers. Absolutely. That's, I'll be honest with you guys. eBay has been my main platform always. I've been on Posh 2 years. I've put more energy into Posh and I've grown a lot. But in my opinion, it's still harder to sell on Posh. I find eBay really easy to sell on. I know it's different for everybody, but for me, Posh is harder. Like one of the ways I make sales is it takes me time to sit there and send out offers. Like I feel like that's the way the platform works. What do you guys think about that? I mean, I sort of feel like buyers expect that they're going to like the item and you're going to send an offer. It's seldom, it does happen to me, but it's seldom that someone just comes in and buys the item. It's usually through the offers to likers feature. I mean, I'm guilty of that. I shop personally on Posh a lot for myself, and I wait. So I'll like the item and then I sit back and I wait, and I'm like, when are they going to send me that offer? Like I expect that if I like it, they're going to send me an offer. Why would I buy it at full price? It seems like the whole platform works on offers. eBay's not like that. Now they do have a send offer, but it hasn't taken off in the same way yet. I make great sales with that eBay feature because I think people are like, oh, it's new to them. Tell me what you guys think about what I'm saying. I really want to get other perspectives. Jacob says, I agree. I'm giving less energy to Posh and more to eBay. How could I be talking for 44 minutes? Oh my gosh. It's like a time warp. Other people that do lives like Leslie, is it like a time warp for you? It's like, what? Leslie says, oh, she is like shocking me right now. I don't send an offer when people like an item. Why? I think I remember you saying that, like, that's something you're giving up. Like, you are not, correct me if I'm wrong. I thought I remembered seeing something, and things always change, but did you put something out saying, like, I don't send offers? That's so radical. Like, that's so radical, I think, because I'm letting you know that I sit there as an experienced shopper and buyer and seller on the platform, and I wait for my offer. Do you think other people do that? I do. Babette says, I hope when I get to eBay it helps. Posh is a lot of work. I'm an eBay lover. Christy Mackey says 10 eBay sales versus 1 Posh on average. Me too. Christy, did you start out on eBay? Like, I started out on eBay and I sell every day, multiple sales. Posh, slower. But for the very first time, I did a video. Check it out on my channel. What sold April? My sales were similar. So for the very first time on Posh, I made like about 1,000, and I think it was 1,500 on eBay as a part-time reseller selling used women's clothing. I'm happy with those numbers for me. We're all different. We all have different businesses, but let's see what I'm missing, kitties. Okay. Corey says, I've definitely tried all these things. My new thing is to mix lower price items. I said that, right? Just purchase a box from a Poshmark reseller with mall brands. I mean, yes, you know, it might help. It might help just to get flow. I've always believed in this idea in my stores of flow. Like, the more you sell, the more you sell, the more offers you accept, the more that comes in. You just want to keep things moving. And I try to work more on the idea of averages with sales. Like, I don't fight someone often over $2 on a sale. I think it all averages out. Someone will come along and buy a joie dress from me for $49.99 that I put that high only thinking I was going to have to make room for offers, and they bought it for full price. Then somebody else comes along and offers me $15 for Levi jeans, and I was really hoping for $20. I'm taking that $15 Levi jean offer. It all works out in the end. I sometimes think that sellers worry a little too much about $1 here, $2 there. I try and think of, like, on the whole, how's it going? You know, like, when you take offers, you get more offers, you get more sales. I'm always trying to think of keeping the flow moving, whatever I have to do to keep things moving in my store. Leslie says, oh, there's so much good stuff in here. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being so active in the chat and for contributing and being willing to have an opinion and being part of our community. If you're someone who's listening, because there's 43 of us here, and you're nervous to leave a comment, I challenge you to just leave a comment in the chat and just say, hey, this is who I am. This is my eBay store, Posh Closet. Come into our community. We welcome you. We want you. These people are awesome. We'd love to have you. Leslie says, if you're not making sales, stop sourcing. Figure out what's wrong first before you bring in more inventory. Just because they are higher priced doesn't mean they are worth the price. Reevaluate. Truth. Truth, truth, truth. I mean, Leslie has really helped me with this whole deleting and relisting thing. She was someone who kept bringing it up to me. And it's like, sometimes you'll hear something. Do you guys have that where it's like, I keep hearing something, it's not quite sinking in, not quite getting it, and then it does sink in, and you're like, why haven't I been listening to everybody all this time? Let's see what Flippin' Hustler says. I usually run a 10% sale across the board and have my listings at 1% promoted. Whoa. So if you are not on eBay, they have something called promoted listings. You can pay a little bit out of the final sale price for them to promote it. And it's been a little controversial. I started promoting Flippin' Hustler and then I stopped promoting. Rockstar Flipper has some really good videos on that, and so did who's that big channel, Rally Roots. Corey says, thank you. It's a really crazy day. Melissa says, I agree. One sale begets another for sure. Lori says, yep, just got back into daily listing this week and I can see it paying off. Always, only always. I listed things other than clothing too, and it's selling on eBay. I don't sell a ton, but 4 sales a day makes me very happy. Me too. I just like seeing sales. Who did I miss? I'm going back up because Michelle says, oh, we already got that one. Betsy says list every single day. So that, like, hear this, people. Hear this. We have so many experienced resellers in the chat. Everybody is saying list regularly. Whatever you got to do to list every day, at least to get things back going. But Bet says trying to relist and branching out to Mercari, then eBay when I'm brave enough. Why are people so afraid of eBay? Why? It's not scary. I want to help you. Like, you don't need to be brave. Just get on there and let yourself learn. I can't imagine without eBay because eBay for me is so easy to sell on. Try a new platform, says Lori Owens. When Poshmark gets slow, I see Mercari sales pick up. I mean, I'm only on 2 platforms, which are Poshmark and eBay. I had a hard time getting on another platform. I always said, oh, I'm only part-time and I just can't manage another platform. I don't have the energy to learn another platform. I don't have the time. I made so many excuses for so long and I regret that. I regret that I waited so long to get on Poshmark for exactly what Lori said and exactly what other people have said. It is smart business to have more than one platform. You never know what's going to happen on one platform. You never know. People have had their stores shut down for some reason, like a buyer complains that you're selling some counterfeit Levi's jeans, preposterous stuff. It happens. You never know what's going to happen. There could be something on a platform that just totally doesn't work for you and you're like, I'm done. You just don't know. I think it's smart to have more than one platform. I am holding myself accountable. I should be on more than just 2. I mean, you have to work at your own pace. You have to do what you can do. I get that. I waited too long. I just don't want other people to wait too long. At least start on another platform, get your feet wet, try it out. I think I'm going to try Mercari soon. I keep hearing about it. And now with apps like Vendoo and List Perfectly, it is so easy. We don't have as many excuses to not be selling on more than one platform. They make it so easy. You can list it on eBay. With the click of a button, you can have it listed on Poshmark and Mercari. I'm telling you guys, everyone's saying it because it's true. Ooh, and Laura says yes, and lots of good keywords. Michelle says refresh pictures. That is so simple, Michelle, but so huge because that's part of the humbling process that I'm doing right now, which is taking a very critical look at my stores. Because I'll look at some of these things and be like, Quimby, your pictures stink. Like, most of my pictures are good, but I don't know what happens sometimes. That day I didn't have good light or I was rushing and it's like, of course this item hasn't sold. You can barely see the item. Go back and redo it. It is worth redoing it. If your pictures are bad, it's worth redoing it. I'm talking if they're dark or cluttered or the dress is cut off, it is worth redoing it. Ooh, now this is a good one. Corey, make more mystery boxes and I'll buy. Corey, what do you think of that? Corey made these New York City mystery boxes and they sell. They're awesome. Amen, says Betsy. I just wait a day or 2 and I know they will pick up and then they usually do. That is also a really good point. That is also a really good point that often when I'm worried about my sales, it's like, what's going on? And then like give it a few days a week and things are good. Hit the thumbs up, please. 45 people watching. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you and this conversation. We usually try and wind up around the hour mark. So if there's something that you want to plug in the chat, like your closet so people can go share, like anything you're doing, a sale, a project. I love your transparency, Quimby. Thank you. Go back and watch on Leslie's channel our show from last night. I think it was a really great conversation. I really loved it. Margaret McColl's here. I got Misty Tripoli Body Groove video. So fun. Actually enjoying my dance movement workouts. I know I'm all over the place in the chat. I'm like going back to stuff I missed, but that's okay. Oh, good. Dancing at home. That'll keep you fitting in your jeans. Oh, so many good friends are here. Brandy's here. Brandy's here. Hello, everyone. What is this? I have a subscription to Tobe Magnetic. It's so comforting and gives great life advice. I don't know what that is, but that sounds great. Sarah Lee says, I do dance church twice a week. What do you mean by that? Oh, my mom is here. Great. Sorry. It's taken me a minute to get over here. Yes. How can I give up pasta, potatoes, and bread? I know. I did. I'll be honest with you guys. I gave up all that stuff and I didn't miss it for 1 minute when I was on it. When I was on like the keto stuff, the low carb, high fat, I didn't miss it one bit because I felt great. I wasn't bloated at all. It was awesome. But here's the thing. You have to be super strict. And when you're not, that's when you start having all these cravings. Melissa says, I love Brene Brown. Oh my God, do I love her. She's a researcher out of the university. She's in Texas and she does a lot of work that is really meaningful to me around vulnerability, showing up in the world in the way you want to show up in the world. She calls herself a shame researcher. So, yeah, she's awesome. Christy says, I was doing that and lost weight too, going back to it because I have been eating bread. I've been trying to walk more recently. Yep, I'm with you. Some people, I just want to say this too, that everyone's different. Everyone's body chemistry is different. Everyone is born with a different body type. For some people, a diet like that works great. And for some people, it doesn't. So you just, for me, it worked really well. Allison says, my husband and I get HelloFresh meals delivered on Fridays. So healthy. I keep seeing YouTube ads about that, but I've never got it. Is it really as good as it looks? Michelle says, I've been walking almost every day because it's so good for the mood. Exactly. It's good for the mood in so many different ways. I mean, it is like it literally changes your body chemistry and releases all those great endorphins that make us feel happier. If that's not reason enough, I also just right now it's spring in California, you guys, and it's like everyone's roses are blooming, all the little flowers, the sunlight. It's just so beautiful. I really try and get out on my walk, listen to my talk, and just be as present as I can with myself and just notice. Notice the beauty all around me. Notice the trees. Notice the breeze on my skin. Just for half an hour, 45 minutes a morning to just tune in that way is so healthy. What is this from Lindsay's Posh Loft? Everyone check your emails. The RealReal sent out the $30 site credits again, and it's always a good opportunity to get some inexpensive inventory or some luxe items for those of us that sell on Thredup. That is so awesome, Lindsay, for you to share that with us. Hey, Petey, if you're watching, can you bring me some ice? It's really warm in my office here. 57 minutes. What? Make sure you put your things in the chat that you want me to shout out. Okay, so I've heard about the RealReal. I've never done it. Have you guys? Has anyone ever sent stuff into the RealReal? So the $30 site credits. So that's like $30 towards buying something off the site. Thank you for sharing that with us. Lori says, I put on real pants for the first time in 74 days. Well, real as in yoga pants. Yoga pants, not pajama pants. It's a step up. It's a step up. I don't own any pajama pants, but I own 57,000 pairs of leggings, and I still feel like I keep running out of leggings. I'm like, oh my God, I don't have any leggings for tomorrow. It's like an emergency laundry situation because I'm wearing leggings every day. Jenna Lynn, oh cool. A new keto person here, loving it. I'm telling you, it is amazing, but not for everybody. Islet Dreamer says, my sister is the director for a local hospice here. Their thrift donations will be quarantined 48 to 72 hours. May open again June. Cool. Where are you, Islet Dreams Reseller? I feel like we talked about this before. I worked for hospice for 10 years myself as a bereavement counselor. And my mom and I, who's in the chat, one of our favorite thrift store in the area is the Hospice Thrift Store. I love that one. Now, if any of you sell vintage. I know I was talking to Leslie about she's going to start really hitting vintage hard. Vintage is hot right now. It's particularly awkward because the stuff that's really popular right now is literally the stuff that I was wearing in the 90s and the 80s. I'm 44. I turned 44 just in March. So I was in high school in the 90s. I graduated from high school in 94. And I was wearing those light wash, high waist, belted crop tops, all this stuff that everybody wants right now. I was wearing then. I think we all have that, no matter what age you are, a time where your stuff has come back and it's like, oh, awkward. But vintage is really hot right now. And I'm bringing this up because if you have a hospice type thrift store in your area, that is a hot place to get vintage because of the obvious. Older people are dying on hospice and they clean out their houses and they donate to who? The people that took care of them when they were ill and dying. And it all goes into the hospice thrift store. And I've got some of my favorite pieces have been from the hospice thrift store. Amazing pillows, rugs, quilts, some of my favorite stuff that's like antique or vintage. That hat that I wore, my little pillbox with the veil box hat I wore on Tori's live show I got with my mom, I got there. So if you're interested in vintage, tip, look for your hospice type stores. Babette says, that's funny because my mom goes by Babette. This is Babette Sabot. I'm going to use Vendoo next week when I'm off from my full-time job in a few weeks. I have a 25% off code if that helps you. And the reason I'm pushing it so hard, you guys, is because I've been reselling almost 9 years. Cross-listing and delisting and relisting with sites like Vendoo is the best thing that I've done for my business. I can't think of anything that has made such a huge difference. Trying to think. Going on to Posh and not just eBay, that made a big difference in my sales. But I can't think of anything that has as dramatically had an instant impact on making me more sales than cross-listing on Vendoo. Just in case anyone's unclear, taking all the items I have on eBay, 1,000 items, and cross-posting them and having them also listed on Posh. It's super easy and quick. I don't think it's expensive to pay like $29.99 a month for the service. I've made that money back many times over. I can't think of anything that I can stress enough that has been as good for my business. Oh my gosh, you guys, we've been talking for 1 hour and 2 minutes. If anyone has to go, I totally understand. I'm going to stay on a little bit longer because there's so many comments I didn't get to, but I totally understand if anyone has to sign off. I'm just babbling and having a great time with you, but I try to keep it to around an hour because, yeah. But anyway, let me know. I would love it. Babette, if you report back on trying the Vendoo and letting us know what happens. Okay, I'm doing pretty good. Let's see. I'll move on down in the comments. Angela says, I once sold something on one platform and forgot to take it off the other. Sold it on the other months later and forgot I had already sold it. Drove myself crazy looking for it. I totally can relate. I'm sure you're not the only one. I totally can relate. So one of the things that kept me from doing the cross-posting was fear. And here was my fear. This was what I would say to people when they said you should be cross-listing. I'd be like, oh my gosh, I'm so afraid. What if I have an item listed on both platforms and one of them sells? What will I do? I just don't think I can do correct. And it's like, that happened to me the first 2 weeks I was on there and it was no big deal. Like, it's like, that was my biggest fear. My biggest fear happened. I sold a t-shirt, a Marine Layer men's t-shirt. Good brand to know, Marine Layer. It sold on eBay the same night that it sold on Poshmark. I woke up, it was sold on both platforms, and I was like, this is my worst nightmare or fear around cross-listing. I just deleted it on one of them, which is unfortunate. I don't like to do that to a buyer, so I don't like to take that super lightly, but at the same time, it wasn't a huge deal. It happens. You just take care of it and move on. And I'll tell you what, it's kind of good that it happened, because now I'm much more disciplined about making sure whenever I do my sales, delete everything that's sold on the other platform. It's just part of my shipping process now. Any of you guys have anything like that? Love you, Quemby. I love you too. Okay, I am moving down. I'm just checking things that I missed. I got to get down towards the bottom. Sarah Lee says, I look forward to Fridays with Quemby. I look forward to you being here as well. Leslie says, I wear yoga pants at home, but I out on jeans to drive my daughter to work. I'm happy my jeans still fit. Yeah, so when you go out, you're like, oh, I'm going out, I need to put jeans on. I have not gone anywhere. The only places I've gone, oh wow, I'm way up down here. I gotta go down to the bottom. Sorry, guys. I don't go anywhere. The only where I go is to the supermarket for essentials and to the post office when I don't schedule a pickup. Hit the thumbs up. 47 people at this moment watching. Thank you so much. I think it does something where it helps you if you get engagement like likes and subscribers. Wow, I went way back up there. Scrolling down. I hope it's this time. Carrie made it at 6:04. Oh, good. So I didn't miss her. It wasn't too long ago. Hey, Carrie. She's saying hi to Jacob. They're friends in the chat. I missed something because I see James saying Vendu is the same. If you forget, it doesn't automatically know. That would be great, right? Yes. Here's something that I would love, and maybe I should email this to the Vendu guys, because I've had many talks with them and they've been really receptive and great. In fact, one of the things I love about them is they'll put out a message on Instagram saying, hey, what are you thinking of Vendu? How is it going for you? What do you like? What do you not, what do you need from us? And then they get a bunch of feedback and they're like, okay, bring on that feedback. I actually really like that about them. Oh, Reseller Wendy made it. Any progress on your name? I was worried about not getting a high percentage. Thanks for the heads up. I missed something. Tell me what I missed. But wait, I was back here. So to go back to James's thing about Vendu. So what I'd love from Vendu next, if it was ever possible, I would love it on Vendu if an item sold, that Vendu could delete it on the other platform. Wouldn't that would be because that's the one thing that's still a little bit I have to go back and do manually. I want everything automated. One of my favorite financial advisors is always get everything automated. Get your finances automated. Have it automatically set up that a certain amount of money from your checking account goes to your retirement, goes to your saving. I want everything automated. I want everything easier so that I can sell more easily, make more sales, make more money. So I would love it on Vendu if when something sold, maybe they gave you some sort of alert or they deleted it on the other platform somehow. I don't know if that's even possible. I've never engineered a platform like that. New to you steals and specialties says Sarah Lee Coleman, dance church sounds fun. I'm going to check it out. Dancing while the microwave cooks is not enough exercise, but that's my current regimen. I know, I hear you. It's doesn't this count as exercise? My office up here, that's usually my my private practice psychotherapy office, but right now it's an eBay office because no one's coming. I'm doing Zoom. But anyway, it's on the second floor, so I have to walk up all these stairs. And I'm telling you, I'm this has got to count. Does anyone have one of those Fitbitty step counters? Because I'd love to know, am I getting anything walking up and down the stairs a million times? Okay, I've got to finish up soon, so make sure that you've put your closet names in the chat. What I try and do is rewatch this the next day at some point in order to get I try and go into closets and share or make contact with some of you. Sorry to say, no decisions made on the name. No problem. Yeah, you could. In case you weren't here last week, I was sharing that I came up with my name. I did some branding stuff. I had some cards made. I got some merch with the Grateful Queen on it. And Wendy was like, I don't know if I like my name. And we were talking about coming up with a name and sticking to it and then making the name the same on all platforms. making your name the same on YouTube, Instagram, Poshmark, eBay, Mercari. It is so much easier. It's easier for people to find you and your stuff. Okay. Lori Richardson is Seattle Gal Style on Posh, eBay, and Instagram. I'm going to get ready to say goodnight, friends. I'm so glad Carrie made it. I always love having Carrie in the chat. Denise was here and Sarah Lee Coleman. So many awesome friends. Okay. Gosh, what a great chat. Maybe this counts as cardio. I'm talking a lot. Okay, friends. I'm here every Friday at 5. I don't know where that comment is, so I can't even take you off. I love seeing you. Please keep showing up. I'm going to come on Monday, I believe it is, for another live. I'm trying to do one other live a week, but I'm not scheduling like a set day. I'm just doing like a pop-up. So make sure that you're subscribed to the channel and you have the notifications turned on. That's the little bell. And then that way, if you click the little bell, then it like will come up on your phone and it'll say like the Grateful Queen went live, and then you won't miss it and we still get to talk. I'm doing one coming up. That's a very interesting topic to me. I don't know if it'll be for you, but I'm going to do something around boundaries in business. I'm going to kind of merge a little bit of my psychologist stuff with a little bit of my reselling stuff. So hopefully that'll be an interesting talk. I think I'm going to do it on Monday, but now I'm realizing Monday is Memorial Day. So I don't know what that means about people's schedules. So shoot me a message on Instagram if you think that's a good time or not. That'd be helpful. And I look forward to seeing you all next Friday or before. We've got Karen at Red's Revivals on everything, so we'll hopefully try and find you. Good night to Angela. To James says thank you. Good night. Oh, Lindsay's Posh Loft 1208 on Posh. Very cool. And Jacob's saying, I hope everybody has a fantastic weekend. Don't forget to start a Memorial Day weekend sale. That's super smart, Jacob. I didn't think of it. I wish you all the best, Quemby, and thank you for bringing us together. Absolutely. I love coming together. Hunter Ryan says, I have done sacrifice on the Posh Gods and sales instead of the marginal want. Cool. Okay, guys. Thanks for another great show, and I'll see you hopefully soon. Night.